Welcome to the Gosford High School HSC Acceleration and Early Commencement Parent Information Evening. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land. Gosford High School is located in Darkinjung country. I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. In 2023, Year 10 students at Gosford High School will begin a journey of acceleration and early commencement of a variety of Stage 6 courses. Stage 6 is the word or the name given to courses that lead to the accrual of the HSC. Acceleration is considered one of the most effective ways of meeting the needs of high potential and gifted students. The research and the evidence demonstrates that coursework that moves at a pace that is appropriate to the ability level of the learner can improve their understanding, prevent boredom, and improve engagement in classes. It also offers an opportunity for students to complete coursework in one course earlier than would otherwise be achievable. The benefit of this can see that students in Year 12 could reduce the amount of work, the cognitive load, and increase the amount of time that they have for revision and much needed study. The decision about accelerating of an individual student is ultimately made by the principal in conjunction with the parents, the student, and the appropriate head teacher. Looking at previous grades in each course allows for us to start identifying individuals that are most suited to each course. All Gosford High School Stage 5 students or Year 9 students have the opportunity to choose one early commencement or acceleration course. The student nomination form is a way that the students can work through their areas of strength and interest and identify any challenges they may face in the completion of a Year 12 or Year 11 course. All courses will reflect the new NESA acceleration rules and the updated rules for languages. Miss Brownlee would be the person to speak to if you are interested in pursuing a pathway in languages. Courses offered in Year 10 for early commencement or acceleration will still be offered in Stage 6 during Year 10 into 11. And all students at Gosford will meet the mandatory hours of electives. Some basic information on the HSC and the eligibility requirements of the grade include students must have completed Years 9 and 10 satisfactorily. They must complete the HSC or My Own Work module before they submit any preliminary work for a HSC or preliminary course. They must satisfactorily complete all courses. This means working with sustained effort and diligence. They must sit for and make a serious attempt at the required HSC exams, and they must also meet the minimum standard of literacy and numeracy within 5 years of starting the HSC course. This table demonstrates the amount of hours that Gosford timetables to each subject area over the year. Across the bottom, you can see the number of total hours completed at the end of the year, and across to the right, you can see the number of hours completed over the 4 years in each subject area. You can see that electives are in the highlighted area, and in Year 9, students do 15 periods a cycle of their elective subjects. This equals 300 hours at the end of Year 9. In Year 10, they do 5 hours a fortnight, which equals 100 hours, and gives a total of 400 hours for their electives. The addition of acceleration or early commencement subjects is seen with the 7 periods a week given underneath the elective. This equates to 140 hours at the end of Year 11. All Stage 6 courses require students to complete 120 hours of study for 2 units. Some advice from current seniors at Gosford High School includes that choose courses that you're good at, the ones you're interested in, and the courses that you feel will be beneficial to you in the future. Look at the content of the courses and the overall pattern of study you're selecting. Does it have major works or areas of study or a performance? Could I be benefited by doing one of these courses as my early commencement subject? Talking to teachers and other students at the school is a great way to find out information about the Stage 6 patterns of study. The requirements of the HSC are broken into the requirements for Year 11 and Year 12. In Year 11, a minimum of 12 units must be completed satisfactorily before a student can commence Year 12. In Year 12, a minimum of 10 units of study must be completed before the HSC award can be granted. Further requirements or specific information includes 2 units of compulsory English must be completed in both Year 11 and Year 12. There must be at least 6 units of board-developed courses, 3 courses of 2 units in value or greater, and at least 4 subjects including English. It is possible for a student to do 6 units of science or 3 2-unit courses. In Year 12, a student may even choose to add extension to their pattern of study for science. What does 2-unit mean? 2 units of study equates to 120 hours of course time or 7 periods a cycle. In the HSC, this is represented as a mark out of 100. Most courses at Gosford High School are 2 units. 1 unit of study equates to 60 hours of course time and 50 marks in the HSC equation. It includes extension courses, and these can be allocated up to 4 periods per cycle. Extension courses are only on offer during the Year 10 into 11 and 11 into 12 subject selection process. Year 9 students have now received their subject handbook for Year 10 2023. They have the opportunity to elect a course of study to commence the HSC 1 year prior to what would usually be occurring in a comprehensive high school. They will accumulate a pattern of study that includes a Year 11 course and a HSC course by the end of 2024. In the event that a student is unsuccessful in Year 10 or dislikes a course, or a new student arrives to the school, there's still an opportunity for students to do 12 units of study at the commencement of Year 11. Although we don't expect this to be a common occurrence at Gosford High School, there is a position where students could repeat a course if they were not achieving at the appropriate level in that particular area. The accelerating subject or early commencement course could count towards a HSC results for students. The ATAR is determined by the top 10 units that a student completes for the HSC. If the subject that a student starts earlier is part of that top 10 units, it will be part of their final HSC ATAR. This is a form of accumulation which is very similar to pathways patterns of study. This table demonstrates the pattern of study that is available for our current Year 9 students as they move into Year 10, and also shows the subjects that will become available when they're choosing the rest of their Year 11 courses. On the far right, you can see the variety that is on offer at Gosford High School, but it still includes the courses that are on offer in Year 10. This allows students an opportunity to do multiple courses over the course of their pattern of study. For example, if a student chooses business studies as their Year 10 early commencement course, and they would like to have chosen visual arts as well, they could do visual arts as their Year 11 course. Each one of these tables shows each KLA, the Year 10 early commencement courses and the HSC courses that will be on offer. As we move through the list, it's quite comprehensive. As I mentioned earlier, English is the only subject that is compulsory and must be completed in Year 11 and Year 12. This is a timetable matrix that shows the lines of study at Gosford High School and the year groups that are completing them. On the far left, we can see the numbers 9, 10, 11, and 12. These represent the year groups. Year 10 in 2023 will have an acceleration or early commencement line that includes 10 subjects. There'll be 200 hours of electives. There'll still be their geography, history, PD Health PE, careers, and science. They'll complete their mathematics, their English, and their sport. This will make up their pattern of study in 2023. As we move through this matrix, we can see this is the projection into 2024. So for our current Year 9 students, when they're in Year 11, we'll see their HSC acceleration line will be on the far left, next to Year 11, with 10 subjects. Then they'll have their new subjects in line 4, as well as their English, their maths, and line 5 and line 3. Line 4, line 5, and line 3 will contain all of the other courses that they've selected with their maths and English. If a student is doing Extension 1 Maths or Extension 1 English, that will appear in line 7 during sport. This is the final year of their acceleration, and this is where students will benefit the most from early commencement courses. So as the students move into Year 12, we will see that they have their English line, their Maths line, then they have line 3, 4, and 5 where they'll be doing their other courses that they've selected at the end of Year 10. You'll see that the HSC line is already completed. If a student was to pick up an extension, it would occur during this time. Otherwise, they would have what we call study periods. This offers more opportunities for revision and assessment task preparation. All students have been assigned a self-nomination form on the Year 9 Google Classroom. This form asks students to nominate 2 courses. One is a first preference and one is a second preference. It asks students to consider why they're choosing these courses, their strengths in learning, why they think they could be successful, if there are any learning support needs that they may have, or any other information or areas of interest that could help us assist in the decision making with their early commencement or acceleration course. Tuesday the 31st of May will be a learning from home day for Year 9 students. This is so we can conduct online interviews with every student in Year 9. We ask that a parent and caregiver, a student and a teacher meet for 10 minutes to discuss the subject selection or the courses that students are interested in. This will help guide students with the eligibility for the most appropriate course of study. Parents can book their time slot that's suitable to them throughout the day via Central. Whilst this is occurring, students will also receive an email with a link to EdVal, which is our timetable package, where they will choose one early commencement course and one reserve course. The subject selections will close on Friday the 3rd of June. Hopefully all parents have now received the Year 10 Curriculum Handbook. All courses that are on offer in Year 10 are in this handbook, as well as some other information covered in this PowerPoint. All students at Gosford High School must complete a module called All My Own Work. It is a NESA module designed to accommodate and support all Stage 6 students. It's a mandatory program that follows the principles and practices of good scholarship and includes 5 modules. These include scholarship principles and practices, acknowledging sources, plagiarism, copyright, and working with others. The course is designed to prevent malpractice and uphold the integrity of the HSC. There's a number of attributes that a successful student at Gosford High School demonstrates. They're organised, they communicate well, they accept support from others, including their parents, they're a proactive learner, and they reflect on their feedback and implement changes. They're willing to assist and work with peers, and they're an active member of the Gosford High School community. The senior years are some of the most exciting times in your school life. Make the most of it by being involved in all the activities that Gosford has to offer. Balancing your studies, your work, your extracurricular and your family time is key to being successful and a healthy individual. We really do hope that this recording and this PowerPoint helps assist you in your selection of an early commencement course at Gosford High School. Thank you very much.